Thank you.
And I sit on the porch and pick with Andy, make eyes at Thelma Lou. Get thrown in the pokey with Otis Campbell, that's something I always wanted to do. Skip rocks on the pond with Opie, chit-chat with old Aunt Bee. Riding with Barney with the siren on through the streets of Mayberry.
That's pretty cute. What do you guys sing when you go out and work? Do you ever?
Well,
do you have a full concert planned?
Yeah, we play conventions. In fact, we're playing tonight in Columbia for a group, a convention group and whatnot in Nashville. Most of the time in Nashville.
What do you sing all original songs or?
Mostly, yeah. We do some. We'll do Rocky Top and whatnot, but about 30, 45 minutes, original stuff like this. It's hard to describe.
Yes, it is. It's
no cure for it.
It is very indescribable.
Well,
you want to just hang around there and sing us another song in a few minutes?
That's where we call ourselves from, but we're Jimmy and I are in Lewisburg now, and Johnny's in Tullahoma. We're all got daytime jobs now, steady.
You are no longer the mayor of Chapel Hill.
No longer mayor.
Did the voters vote you out, or did you resign?
I left, and probably was one of the most applauded things I did in the 5 years I was mayor. I miss it. I miss it. I really do. That part of it was a lot of fun.
What time did your mayoral duties start in the morning?
Oh, it was a 24-hour-a-day job.
Was it really?
You never knew when a dog was going to get out or garbage was going to get turned over. I mean, it's a full-time job.
People call you.
It's just like Fulton. He's just out all the time. You never know where you're going to see him.
People call you at all hours of the night?
Sure.
With their problems?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Do you have to also install and change the light bulbs and the street lights?
Occasionally. There's not a whole lot of them. We tried to get those long-lasting bulbs, and they work pretty good. Of course, it helps when your city limits isn't too long, and then there's no side streets. That helps, too.
Do they have a traffic light in Chapel Hill?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, two.
Oh, have two?
Sure. We're not talking about holding the road.
Huh?
We're not talking holding the road. I mean, this is town.
What else are you going to sing?
Well, this is a song that we can relate to growing up country, and it's very appropriate you having outhouses today. We relate to outhouses in a very special way, and this song is about going to Grandma's house. And I remember very fondly, Ralph, going out there about dusk and taking care of business. And I'd go out there, and that was the greatest fear I believe I ever faced, was fixing to sit down on that toilet, just knowing that at any second a snake was going to come up and grab you. I mean, that's a fear that I live with daily. It was just awesome. And you know, I was a Boy Scout growing up, and I learned that if you ever get bit by a snake, that all you got to do is just cut the wound and just suck the poison out. But I about realized that if you get bit on in the outhouse by a snake, you're going to die. You know, you're not going to have anybody that's going to come to your aid. Really.
Yes, right.
And if you do, you really got a more serious problem than the first one, you know. But this is a song about a chicken snake in an outhouse.
All right.
The chicken snake has been a-crawling all day, searching for a place to stay. He raises his head and he looks about, but he can't find a chicken house. Well, he yawns real big if a chicken snake yawns, and crawls right up on the farmer's lawn. His eyes are getting heavy, he's needing some rest, but he can't find a chicken nest. Hey, hey, for goodness sakes, be kind to the chicken snake. He don't mean no harm, he's just looking for a rest, and he can't find a chicken nest. Then out behind the farmer's house, what does he spy? A quiet little outhouse where he can lie. He sticks his long neck through the outhouse door, yeah, a perfect little place to snore. So he wiggles right in and falls fast asleep. all curled up on the outhouse seat. He ain't bothering nobody, he's as quiet as a mouse, but this ain't no chicken house. Hey, hey, for goodness sakes, be kind to the chicken snake. He don't mean no harm, he's just a-looking for a rest, and he can't find a chicken nest. Then the farmer gets a call and he's got to go. This ain't no time to be a-walking slow. The pitter-patter of the farmer's feet and a snake on the outhouse seat. Well, the farmer rushes in and thinks he's all alone. The snake looks up and wonders what's a-going on. The next thing you know, from the tiny shed, a scream that would wake the dead. Hey, hey, for goodness sakes, be kind to the chicken snake. He don't mean no harm, he's just a-looking for a rest, and he can't find a chicken nest. The snake peeps out through a busted down door and sees the farmer coming back with a rake and a hoe. He's gotta think fast, he's gotta use his wits, or he could be chopped to bits. So he crawls back up on the outhouse seat, all prepared to make his retreat. He drops down the hatch and he gets away, but oh, what a price to pay. Hey, hey, for goodness sakes, be kind to the chicken snake. He don't mean no harm, he's just a-looking for a rest, and he can't find a chicken nest.
The amazing thing is you got applause for that, too, isn't it?
I think I was tickled it was over, too.
Hey, I think these guys are super. Let's hear it for us, too, and him. Since all the talk today is about the big sponsors outhouse race, which is going to be tomorrow at the Fairground Speedway, and to which you are all invited to come out and watch the blood, guts, and gore. Don't you guys, if I remember correctly, you guys have an outhouse race song, don't you?
Yeah, we were talking about that a while ago.
You want to sing it?
John will have to think all the words. See,
Yeah, there are a lot of them.
There's a lot of words in it, so he may come up with that, and none of them rhyme. I don't know why he wrote it in the first place, but it's a good
Oh,
song.
you're not going to sing it now?
No.
Oh, okay. What are you going to sing?
We've got a little song, and if you will, just stand right there, and Jimmy, you might want to come over, but Johnny will do a little choreography here, and
Wait a minute. What is this?
we hadn't been on the
Say-
show in some time, and we wrote a little special little ditty. Okay, so
Is this a protest song?
huh?
Is this a protest song?
We hope you've got a sense of humor, Ralph.
We were so nervous and excited the day we were invited to the Ralph Emery Show.
Yes, it seemed like just yesterday we wrote that song. Actually, it was a couple of years ago, and time passes, and you sit by the telephone waiting for a call to get to do a repeat. We knew it was going to be winter when we got to come back, because they said it would be a cold day when they called. Hey, Ralph, when you going to let us back there on your show? It's been 2 long years, and we think you ought to let us know. Well, we've mowed your grass, and we've trimmed your hedge, and last winter we shoveled your snow. So, Ralph, when you gonna let us back there on your show? Say, Ralph,
What?
you said one time that we'd have to pay our dues, but we didn't know that was ironing your shirts and polishing your shoes. Now we've scratched your back, so we want you to scratch ours, or just say the word and we'll go. So, Ralph, when you gonna let us back there on the show? Come on, Ralph, we're as good as we're gonna get. We'll do better this time, you ain't heard nothing yet. We got our Stellas tuned up, and we sound just like the Statlers, except for that chubby guy who sings real low. So, Ralph, when you gonna let us back there on the show? Say, Ralph,
What?
we ain't pretty like Lori Morgan or Miss Darlene.
True, that's true.
That's true. But we take a lot of pride in keeping your carpets clean. Now, we don't mind so much just being your slaves, but we're afraid you might be leading us on. So, Ralph, when you gonna let us back there on the show? So come on, Ralph, we're as good as we're gonna get. We'll do better this time, you ain't heard nothing yet. We got our Stellars tuned up, and we sound just like the Statlers, except for that chubby guy who sings real low. So, Ralph, when you gonna let us back there on the show? Oh, Ralph, when you gonna let us back there on the show? Oh, God, he's smiling.
Well, it worked.
Yeah, your
It
shoes
worked.
look real good today.
Yes, it worked. It worked. You did it, and you're back.
Yeah, we're excited.
That's cute.
Surprised.
I
That's
love
the first
that.
time we've heard that song, too.
Yeah, we're really excited.
Friend,
We really hadn't
you write
tried it
that
in a
on your
while.
way up I-65 this morning? All right.
If the traffic had been worse, we'd got another verse.
Norman, there's a little tune about the outhouse race.
Yeah.
We ought to.
What are you going to... This is us two and him.
You'll have another outhouse race after this one?
That depends on whether anybody survives tomorrow.
Oh, the outhouse has survived. I tell you
That's-
what, we'll make a point to have that one ready when you have the other outhouse race.
Oh, yeah, this is another angle to get back on the show. I see.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me distinguished pleasure, esteemed pleasure, or something like
Or
that.
something like that.
All those wonderful words to bring you, us two and him.
Well, thank you, Ralph. Thank you. Here's a little song about homegrown tomatoes.
There ain't nothing in the world that I like better than bacon, and lettuce, and homegrown tomatoes. Out in the morning, early in the garden, get you a ripe one, don't get a hard one. Plant 'em in the spring, eat 'em in the summer. All winter you without 'em, but in Cuba they're abundant. I forget all about the sweating and digging every time I go out and get me a big one. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'll I be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. You can eat a homegrown tomato, that's sure, but there's nothing a homegrown tomato won't cure. You can eat it in a salad, eat it in a stew. You can even make your very own tomato juice. You can eat it with eggs, eat it with gravy, eat it with beans, that's pinto or navy. Put it on the side, put it in the middle, put a homegrown tomato on the hot cake griddle. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'll I be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. If I ever change this life I lead, I'll be a Johnny Tomato Seed. 'Cause that's what this country needs. It's homegrown tomatoes in every backyard you see. When I die, don't you bury me in a box in a cemetery. Out in the garden would be much better, and I could be pushing up homegrown tomatoes. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'll I be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'll I be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes.
You guys are suddenly surrounded by them, so watch
Yeah.
where you
Yes.
step.
They said we couldn't.
Let's see if we could do this since Earl Cullum wasn't on the show. Ralph, we brought all these homegrown tomatoes, and anybody here can get them. They're out of Jimmy's garden. They're not too big. Jimmy's next door neighbor has a lot bigger ones, but Jimmy's gardening on his septic tank line, and they didn't grow near as big.
Good. That'll be enough of us two and him. Us two and him is back.
Thank you, Ralph. We've just finished a whirlwind tour doing a lot of Christmas parties, and it never ceases to amaze me how many people are your fans and interested in the different characters on the show. And we put together some questions that we might, over the next few minutes here, answer questions that we've been asked as we've been out on the road here.
I see.
Oh, I wonder, yes, I wonder, I'd really like to know about my morning heroes on the Ralph Emery Show. I wonder if Ralph Emery ever gets 8 hours sleep. I wonder if Sonny Burnett ever gets up off his seat. And why does Spider Wilson always wear that sheepish grin? Is Norm Ray really crazy, or is he 3 sheets in the wind? I wonder why we never see Fred Frederick on TV. I wonder if Jerry Arnold's a master teacher, level 3. And I wonder if Alan Williams and Tommy Lewis might be kin. Billy's proud of Madison, but is Madison proud of him? Oh, I wonder, yes, I wonder, I'd really like to know about my morning heroes on the Ralph Emery Show. Well, I wonder why Jerry Whitehurst and Keith Bilbrey fuss and fume, and why do women smile when Tom Grant just walks into a room. And I wonder why Jerry Whitehurst wears a cap to hide his hair. Reckon he wears a cap because there's nothing under there. And I wonder if Maud and Dorothy ever double date. How did Killer and Lightning get those kind of names? And when Kenny Starr and Lori sing those sexy lullabies, do I detect a special gleam in Kenny's eye? Oh, I wonder, yes, I wonder, I'd really like to know about my morning heroes on the Ralph Emery Show. And I wonder most of all how we got on the show. Proof it's not how good you are, it's all in who you know. Oh, I wonder, yes, I wonder, I'd really like to know about my morning heroes on the Ralph Emery Show.
Kenny, we have a call from your wife back in the back. Does that mean do we have to scratch the duet today? Do people really ask you all those questions?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, you're sure you made that up, didn't you?
Came around, his branches were too bare, and no one wanted him for a Christmas tree.
Oh, no, they didn't.
Nobody ever wanted him, his branches were too bare, and he thought he'd never be a Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah.
Everett the evergreen, one frosty Christmas Eve, was in the forest all alone. Santa Claus was on his way when Everett heard a child's voice saying, every Christmas tree should have a home. There were tattered little children gathered around him on the ground. Everett was so happy that his branches shook with glee. A little more glee there. And pulled him into town. And Everett got to be a Christmas tree. Everett the evergreen had finally found his dream as all the children gathered around.
dream. Grew up with just one dream, to be somebody's Christmas tree. A group of children dancing around him, decorating branches on him. His dream was quite a sight to see. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, unique in all the world, Everett, the living Christmas tree. Killer, you look beautiful. The Killer portraying Everett, the Evergreen.
They are the only music group that appears in this program that doesn't charge us anything. How's that again? Well, here they are. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We are not yet. Can I talk to him, though, while you get the mic? Is that all right? Us two and him.
Yeah, well, the reason, in all fairness to Tommy, he's trying to get all of our system set up, because last time we were on the show, we had a lady back home say that she didn't hear us too well.
Uh-huh.
So we want to make sure we were heard. Actually, It was a little bit more serious than that. She went to the doctor about her hearing, and he said, ma'am, I think I've discovered your problem. You have a suppository in your ear. And she thought for a minute. She says, well, I think I know where my hearing aid is now.
It's become painfully clear why they play for free, hasn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, us two and him.
I was bumming around in Lewisburg, getting kind of hot and tired. So I took the seat beneath the big shade tree in the Marshall County Courthouse yard. There was men standing round in overalls, pockets filled with merchandise. They was chewing tobacco, whittling cedar, telling jokes and swapping knives. Well, an old man walked up to me, a carving on a piece of wood. Said, hey, young feller, how you trade on knives? And the one he had looked good. Well, I looked it over and I gave it back. He said, hold on, son, I got more. He pulled out a sack filled with knives. He looked like a walking store, and here's what he said. What you give me for a tree brand poker with a tree on every blade? Here's a John D. Primble and a genuine Barlow, and I and a kissing crane. Here's a double X case and an old hen rooster, a queen and an old time trade. I make no money on my knives, I just like to trade. Well, I reached down into my blue jeans and I pulled out my old knife. I figured that it wasn't worth too much, I'd carried it half my life. But when he offered me a brand new knife for my old piece of blade, I thought to myself, you old fool, yes sir, it's a deal I'll trade. Well, the old man kind of chuckled as he walked away from me. He didn't have nothing to laugh about as far as I could see. But when I saw a fella give him $50 for that old knife of mine, I recollected every word in that old knife swapper's line. Here's what he said again. What do you give me for a tree brand poker with a tree on every blade? Here's a John D. Primble and a genuine Barlow, a nine and a kissing crane. Here's a double X case and an old hen rooster, a queen and an old time trade. I make no money on my knives, I just like to trade. You old liar, you.
You guys are something else. Got another song you want to do later?
Yeah.
On the right is our mother, Jimmy and Johnny's mother. That's Catherine. And there's Kathy Major Sluga.
Got her name right. She's
yeah,
impressed.
she got married not too long ago. And then there's Aunt Dot Johns from over Diggerville, Tennessee.
There they are.
Yay!
Yeah. Now, Aunt Dot, she gets up real early and watches this show every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I assume you tell her that you're on every day, and she keeps turning it on, waiting to see you.
Yeah.
And you keep telling her that, well, Aunt Dot, they just ran out of time, and
ran out of time. We were there. Yeah.
But they couldn't get us on.
Yeah. My mother would have come, but we didn't know they were all coming, so I'll bring my mama next time. She can cook good, too.
Well, we appreciate the biscuits and ham and all that from Mrs. Rickman.
It's ham and biscuit. It's not biscuits and ham. It's ham and biscuit. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. It was free. I'm not going to, call it anything wrong. I was kind of surprised. You guys ended up in that book that was written about Nashville that referred to the Ralph
Yeah, the
Emery Show?
Tennessee Sampler. We were real excited about that. We had borrowed a copy and read it. It's real neat. It mentions the Ralph Emery Show and Maude and Dorothy and mentions us. We're real excited. You think they'll make a movie out of that? Is there any chance? This could be a real start.
Fat chance, him.
That, the phone book, you get mentioned in a lot of places, and success is right around the corner.
It is. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, okay. Kill some time here. All right, I can put these guys can kill some time. It's 17 minutes till 6 o'clock, and we haven't had these guys on a long time. I'm delighted to see us two and him back on the show. Gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you.
These on the outside are us two, and this is old him. What you guys been doing?
Well, just picking a little bit here and about, getting ready for a big December. I always can underbid all the good groups get booked first, and so that phone rings 1st of December. You know they're desperate. You're not just don't have to worry about money. They're just discussing availability. It's great, Ralph.
We pay big bucks in December?
Well, some do. Yeah, some do.
Some who?
Well, if they're having a company party or whatnot, and they've waited till after Thanksgiving. Those
Relatives don't pay much.
Relatives don't pay much. But relatives don't ever have to play anyway, so it works out pretty good.
If these people book you at the last minute, you've got them.
Right.
On the price.
Right.
You lost your job as mayor, didn't you?
That's right. Really, that was about the highlight of what's going on down there. But they're finally getting a sewer plant in. We're really excited about it. I worked real hard for that. There's some rumor they're going to name the treatment plant after me. Because I worked real hard to get all those grants and stuff.
Well, that's very commendable.
But,
sewers are very necessary to life.
They sure are.
Garbage pickup, isn't it? Do you have garbage pickup?
Had garbage pickup down there. And
Chapel Hill?
Yeah. I noticed the other day they've gotten a new truck. It's a hydraulic thing. It compresses it so it won't take up as much room. But I still don't know where they haul it.
Well, you were the mayor. You don't know where they haul the garbage in Chapel Hill?
No, I didn't want to know.
Well, what
everybody wants you to pick it up, but nobody wants you to deliver.
Wasn't it your civic duty to know?
Probably was. That might explain why I'm not mayor now. Probably, hadn't thought about it. Yeah, that's probably one of the reasons I'm not mayor now.
Were you unable to succeed yourself?
Well, the third time somebody ran against me, and that was it. After somebody...
you were unopposed the first two times.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did that job pay?
Nothing. Nothing. I didn't get anything. I didn't go to any conventions or anything.
I
didn't get indicted either.
You mean the mayor's job in Chapel Hill doesn't pay anything?
No. But they had a big Christmas parade in Chapel Hill this year.
Did they?
Yeah. When I was married, we had, like one or two string of lights, string of lights we'd put across, But this year, they had a lot of folks and just took care of a lot of details and had a great Christmas parade. They cut off the main street of town so they could have a parade and back traffic up so it could go around the bypass.
Back the traffic up, huh?
Yeah, almost 100 feet. And only one detail, we don't have a bypass, and some of the folks was kind of upset because they couldn't get through town. They had to go through Chevrolet to get around Chapel Hill. But, of course, the parade didn't last that long, but, some people...
How long did it last?
I think it was about 30 minutes or so. But, when you stop traffic in Chapel Hill, the first thing you think of is a funeral procession, and everybody wanted to know who was dead, and they thought it was Santa Claus. There was some misunderstanding there, but they got it all worked out. We don't have a lot of traffic congestion in Chapel Hill.
Got any traffic lights?
Well, 2 to 3, depending on how good a shot some of the boys are. They like to shoot them out every now and then. But I always manage to have one flashing, so they'll slow down a little bit.
Who's the mayor now?
Doug Rogers. Yeah.
What'd you have against Doug when you gave him that job? What do you want to sing?
Johnny came up with this little tune about how happy we are when we're singing, and we've got these fine musicians to back us up over here.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So that's called How Happy We Are When We're Singing?
Yeah. What is the name of the song? Sing, Sing, Sing.
Sing? Oh, okay.
Let's see what you think. Many times in my life I've been down and out, but I never did stay down for very long. 'Cause when I feel myself slipping into the valley of despair, I'm delivered on the wings of a song. When the worries of this world weigh on my shoulders, and it seems I'm falling on my face for sure, I sing, and when I do, my burden is lifted. 'Cause nothing in this world a song won't cure. Sing, sing, sing when you're unhappy. Sing, sing, sing when you feel blue. If you sing, 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 your voice like sunshine will part those gray skies and shine right through. I've been lonely when nobody seemed to love me, but I never gave my tears a chance to start. 'Cause before you know, love wrapped itself around me. When I sing a song and sing it from the heart. Sing, sing, sing when you're unhappy. Sing, sing, sing when you feel blue. If you sing, 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 your voice like sunshine will part those gray skies and shine right through. Sing, sing, sing when you're unhappy. Sing, sing, sing when you feel blue. If you sing, 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 your voice like sunshine will part those gray skies and shine right through. We'll part those gray skies and shine right through. Thank you.
Us, two, and him. Glad to see you guys back. Thank you for coming back this morning.
Santa Claus, who are you? Are you what they say? Do you always wear that suit of red? Do reindeer really pull your sleigh? And on Christmas Eve, are you the one flying round the world, leaving all those Christmas toys for little boys and girls? Santa Claus, they tell me, you're a jolly man, and you live with Mrs. Santa Claus in a cold and distant land. And on Christmas Eve you wave goodbye and fly around the world with a sleigh packed full of toys for little boys and girls. Santa Claus, I wonder why you do the things you do, and why you spend your Christmas making children's dreams come true. Santa, you must love all children in a very special way. Well, Santa Claus, I love you too. Have a Merry Christmas Day.
That's cute. That's cute. Yeah, is that something you've just composed?
Yeah, Johnny came up with that.
Johnny just wrote that this year. That's very nice. Thank you, Johnny. Oh, I appreciate that, gentlemen.